locally again. Jobs numbers today, the unemployment rate falling, but there's more to the story there, something for everyone.
I think this is quite interesting in terms of the details coming out of these job numbers. You're absolutely right. The unemployment rate impressed on the upside. We did see 5.6%, and that was better than expectations of a 5.8% unemployment rate. But the number of jobs created in the month of September came in at 9,100, and that was below the market's 15,000 expectations. In terms of the part-time, full-time split, we did see 5,100 full-time positions and 4,000 part-time positions. But I think it's quite interesting because we didn't see a huge reaction in terms of the Aussie share market. In terms of the Aussie dollar actually went down. So looking at the Aussie dollar performance during the day, and this is what the intraday chart looks like, and you can see the negative impact on the Aussie dollar during the session. We have a look at the detail state by state. It looks quite interesting. New South Wales actually saw a decline of 22,000 jobs, but in the mining states of Queensland and Western Australia, we did see some strong gains. Western Australia increased by 16,500 jobs, and Queensland increased by 12,400 jobs. So it's interesting that in those mining areas that we are still seeing strength coming through in terms of the job markets. But also, I think the market's focused in on some of the forward-looking indicators. If we have a look at the job numbers that were released today, it's very much a lagging indicator, and it's looking back on September. We're looking at some of the forward indicators like the ANZ job ads that we got yesterday, where we did see an increase for the first time in 6 months, as well as the NAB business survey. Well, these surveys do indicate that things are becoming better in terms of the business environment. So I guess looking forward, I think the expectation is that we are going to see the RBA on hold for a while in terms of interest rates, and that we're not really going to see another move downwards.
Julie, I want to go to some company news. What do you make of Cash Converters today? Down around 3.5% after coming out of trading halt.
I think Cash Converters was under a fair bit of pressure this morning, down about 10% on news of this class action. Now, New South Wales, the maximum interest rate on consumer loans is at 48%, and the class action does allege that Cash Converters was charging more than 600% in some cases. So if we have a look at how the stock reacted, we did see the stock down as much as 10% in the morning. However, Cash Converters is a global business, and if we have a look at Cash Converters business, 599 stores around the world. In fact, if we have a look at the breakup, there's 156 stores in the UK. In comparison, there's only just over 90 stores in Australia and around about 350 stores in the rest of the world. So the Australian market is a small part of Cash Converters business. Also, if we have a look, its last revenue numbers, we did see an increase of 16%. That was due to an increase in personal loans, but as I mentioned, the split in terms of Australia is quite small now. So Cash Converters, a global business, and I think after Cash Converters did come out and reassure the markets, we did see the losses improving for Cash Converters, and by the end of the session, down around about 3%.
Yeah, certainly consolidated.